But first of all, as a keen wild swimmer, I'm particularly excited to introduce our next guest. I'm not sure if you saw My Octopus Teacher. If not, I do highly recommend it. It shows the beautiful and unexpected bond that develops between South African naturalist Craig Foster and an octopus as they meet in the kelp forest in the cold Atlantic waters off Cape Town, where Craig swam every day for a year. The resulting film earned Craig an Oscar in 2020 for Best Documentary. Here via video address to talk to us about storytelling for ocean protection is Craig Foster.
Hello, I'm Craig Foster, co-founder of the Sea Change Project, the team that brought you the Oscar and BAFTA winning My Octopus Teacher documentary. Thank you so much for inviting me to speak at the Innovation Zero conference. I recently had the extraordinary privilege of living and diving for a month on a remote island off East Africa. This is a near pristine ecosystem, all the biodiversity mostly intact. So it's like being on this earth before industrialization, potentially thousands of years ago. It gives you the sense of that. And what was so interesting was the effect it had on my mind and my body and those people who I was with. It was profound and positive, and we felt alive like I've not felt before. And it got me to realize that the primal joy that early humans are supposed to have experienced might really be quite real. And it made me realize how much we've given up. When you're face to face with that extraordinary life, animals in the air, in abundance, the ocean sometimes boiling with the numbers, it gives you this tremendous sense of just how much we've given up. And also, on the positive side, if we just allowed our ecosystems to recover, how incredible this planet could be. I feel many people are praying for this transformation now, that we can reconnect with the wild, reconnect with our original understanding of nature. And I think part of that is understanding that our economy is actually a dependent of Mother Nature. Our economy is a very fragile child being held by this great mother, and we are completely at her mercy. Imagine if we could realize our true predicament and begin to really support and care and respect our mother, our life support system. Imagine if we could look back from the future and say, this is where it started. This is when we made the turn that would reverse our road to extinction. Imagine if our common purpose was to build social, political, and economic systems that placed nature at the center of our daily life, and where the natural world could once again be celebrated as the heart, lungs, veins, and souls of our existence. Imagine if in 200 years from now, people look back and said it was in 2023 when leaders ended 200 years of extreme exploitation and extraction and ensured that we had a planet worth living on. What I've learned from this ecosystem, diving now every day for 12 years, is that she has this incredible biological intelligence that is in many ways far beyond the understanding of our human mind. She has a deep intelligence that's built up over millions of years. And actually the human, our minds are woven into that intelligence. We are completely inseparable from nature and from the wild, although we may think we are. So if we destroy her, we destroy ourselves. We can't put any economic value on the environment because she's absolutely priceless. The sad reality is that we've mostly completely disconnected from nature. But we have the potential, we have the memory to rebuild, rewild, and reconnect, and embrace biodiversity as the one and only pillar of our true survival.
As a species, what we seem to have forgotten is that biodiversity, the sheer number of animals and plants on this planet, is our mother of all mothers. She is the source that drives everything we do. Every mouthful of food, every breath of air is coming from the complexity of nature that is making that oxygen. Over 60% from the ocean phytoplankton, the rest from land plants and trees. She is feeding all life on Earth. She is the source of all sources. And she has been here for us Homo sapiens for 300,000 years. She's cared for us from our beginnings. She's woven into our ancestral memory. For 97% of our time as humans, we've been aware of her. Many of us have worshipped her. All have respected her. We've made connections and threads to her deep source, the essence of all life, the pulsing heart of Mother Nature. The land and the sea forests, as well as the moon, the sun, the cosmos, and gravity, are all part of this magnificent architecture of life, our shared life support system. And in this last 3% of our time on Earth, we've suddenly severed those extraordinary threads to the Great Mother. And we've somehow, in the madness, thought we could live independent of nature, forgetting that our bodies, our minds, our beings are nature itself. There's no separation. We were woven into that biological intelligence right from the beginning. We're a product of 14 billion years of this mother, of this birthing. We're literally stardust that's turned into these highly sophisticated primates. But we cannot divorce ourselves from the source. That will be our undoing and has been our undoing. Our vision at Sea Change is really to start to repair those threads back to the source and encourage and facilitate people's reconnection to nature, to the Great Mother, so that we can start to build back and reimagine the biodiversity for which this planet was designed.
Right now, over the next few days, there's going to be many conversations around new technology and decarbonization. While renewable energy is the direction we must go in for the future, we mustn't lose sight of the fact that the materials come from nature and that indiscriminate loss to our biodiversity and our ecosystems that naturally sequester carbon will render any gains meaningless. This is the time in which to remember nature is at the center of everything we do, the foundation upon which we build our world. This is the key to ensuring a viable world for our children and the thousands and thousands of species that share our world with us.
That was the inspiring Craig Foster. Thank you to him for recording that for us here at Innovation Zero today.